Folks, it is November 1st, 2022. This is an HM bonus edition of the Homemade Broadcast because the Johnny B Show was off the air because the Lightning are playing hockey. HMBradio.com, WillsYouTube.com, WillsPodcast.com. Please subscribe on iTunes and Spotify. Just search HMB Radio. All one word, Homemade Broadcast Radio. Happy Halloween. It's over. It's over. It's Christmas time now. I'm sorry. I know it's Christmas time, but I had a nice Halloween. It was it's always preempted because I have a secondary, third, fourth side hustle that I do. I do announcements for a race, the white race. No, I'm kidding. It's a road race, like a 10K, 15K Florida road races. So they always have a race on Halloween, the Halloween half-a-thon, I believe they call it. And so I'm always stuck that weekend getting up at 5 a.m. to make sure I get to this foot race on time. And it's always spoils my Halloween. I haven't had a Halloween in years, really. I've been doing this job for at least 5-6 years now. And I used to kind of dread it because there was a time that I liked fun. I like to have fun with my friends. Now, not so much. It doesn't bother me as much, but I used to like to go out on Halloween. It was a good time. Now I don't really care as much. So that kind of always puts a small lid on Halloween for me. I did, though, get out the night before on Saturday evening, which is what the party night, because Halloween was on a Monday this year. And kind of walked around the neighborhood, saw some decorations, had a beer, and I'm kind of walking around, and it's weird on holidays how open and nice people are in your community in general too, but especially in your community. So I'm walking in the alleyway. I see this lady every day. I go out running and stuff, and we exchange pleasantries. I usually have headphones in, so it's kind of just like hey, how's it going? Happy, good day. Have a nice day. And she nods her head usually and will wave back sometimes, maybe a slight smile. But I noticed that she's having this Halloween party. And I'm kind of walking slow, kind of gazing in, and I see her wave me in. She sees me every day. So she says, why don't you come on in? And I met her. Her name is Gina. She was very nice. I met her husband, Brian. And I thought, wow, this is tremendous. Why don't we do this more? And I have a feeling next time I see her, I'm going to go, hey, I have my headphones in and I have to leave. And she's going to go and give me a slight smile. And I probably won't speak to her again until the next holiday. But I do enjoy how these things tend to bring us together a little bit. My neighborhood is kind of dead on Halloween. No trick-or-treaters here. But the neighborhood, like literally across the street, is bumping. So lots of trick-or-treaters down there I saw. So that's good. I didn't know if kids still did Halloween, if that was a thing. And I guess it is. It's definitely not like it was, years ago. I guess 9/11 killed it. I don't know, along with a lot of other things. But yeah, I was happy to see that kids were out trick-or-treating for Halloween's, keeping some semblance of, I don't know, tradition going, even though there's a drive to kill every tradition that we do have. It's good to see that at least people still want to have some sort of fun. Costumes. Now, I did a video about dressing up as Jeffrey Dahmer. You can go check that out, WillsYouTube.com. And, the victims' mothers, I kind of came together and said, you shouldn't do it. And I noticed the thing with costumes and Halloween's like to celebrate the dead, kind of, right? It's a pagan holiday. It's the fall harvest, and it's getting darker earlier, and it's an old, made up fun thing. I don't know if it was fun for the pagans or not. I would imagine probably not. But for us, it is. We stole it and turned it into, we colonized it. We, whoever that is, the Western people, I don't know, and turn it into a fun thing instead. But it involves the dead, right? I mean, I think that's fair to admit. And the traditions are weird. You hang scary things up in your yard. You give out candy. You carve a gourd for some reason. But it's all in good fun. But costumes, I feel like when I was younger, were all scary costumes. You kind of were a werewolf, Dracula, mummy, something scary, Frankenstein, classic stuff like zombie. Okay. You get the idea. But I noticed that now the costumes that I did see people wearing, now it's just dress up as a thing. Like I like Fortnite, so I'm gonna be Fortnite person in the game. And you go, I don't think that works. I don't know. I don't know. But now you got people telling you what you can and can't do as far as costumes. And maybe that's for the best. I don't know. I don't want to totally poo poo on it. However, I also think you should just do what you want and not let a 26-year-old Buzzfeed writer tell you what is what. But that's what this writer did. Her name is Hannah Martyr. I'm looking at her Twitter profile right now. You can't see it. I don't want to be accused of, doxing her or something. But she has her age in the bio. She's 26. Not that that matters, but she's 26. She's a Buzzfeed staff writer, and she goes by she, her pronouns. So this was her list of things that she demanded of you that you should not do. And she can't believe she has to tell you this. Okay, so keep that in mind. She says you could do whatever you want within reason, within her parameters. You get a whole lot of, she says, you get a whole world of costumes out there to sport. Just please avoid the ones below, okay? I'm begging you. She's begging you. She's being nice. Number one, the Queen of England. Queen Elizabeth II died not too long ago. So she says too soon for any costumes involving her. Now, would a zombie Queen Elizabeth have been okay? I think that would have been a pretty good costume. But you know what? This is lazy. This is just a Mrs. Doubtfire costume, and you add a crown and a sash on it. That's all. And everyone knows you can't obviously do the cross-dressing thing either now because it's a serious battle in the culture right now. So I don't know. You may want to. Maybe she's right. Maybe we should skip that one. COVID. Don't go as COVID, she says. First of all, I do agree with her on this one. If it was last year, maybe. But it's not too soon. It's too late for this one. You missed the boat if you're going as COVID right now. The vaccine, she says no to the vaccine either. I don't know. That's pretty scary. It depends on who you ask. That one seems to be getting scarier and scarier every day, if you ask me. Also, she says don't joke about things that have caused death, so you can't go as an anti-vaxxer. If you want to show that you're a moron to the world, I would say do this. I don't know how you still think that this is a thing and that this is a good idea after everything that's come out over the past, 6 months to a year. But hey, if you want to show that you're a dummy, please do it. This one says, especially don't go as an anti-vaxxer with a dead child. It's lowbrow. I would say that's crass. However, I go back and forth on this, okay? I mean, people have died, obviously, from not taking the vaccine. People have probably died doing the opposite of that. I don't know what YouTube will allow. But, there's probably points on both sides of this issue. Again, it's old. If this was last year, maybe. But now it's not too soon. It's too late. You missed the boat on any COVID stuff. Okay, I get it if you want to dance on people's graves, but that's what Twitter is for. I know that Elon bought it and you're not happy. Many people are not happy about that, but I don't know. Just save it for Twitter, okay? Monkeypox. No, you can't do monkeypox either. I don't know. I mean, why not? I think it's kind of hack. Is it boring? Yeah, but it is scary. Or any kind of plague doctor. Okay? Also, okay, obviously a big one is no going as a race. Okay, that's not a costume that's appropriate for the age. You can't have a bottle of tequila and carry a gun and wear a big mustache. Yeah. I mean, I get it. It's all right, fine. She's right. And under no circumstances, you can't wear a Native American headdress. Why not? What if it's part of a costume? I don't know. I don't like this one. She says you should not dress as any character that's outside of your race. So if you're white, you got to go as a white. If you're black, you go as a black. I have a feeling there's probably some exceptions to that. If it goes any other race, being anything else. But definitely if you're white, you just have to be a white character. Luckily, there are a lot of white characters you can be over the canon, over the past, I don't know, couple millennia. A lot of characters to choose from. She says Playboy. Don't go as anything Playboy because I guess the news it came out. I don't even know what she's talking about, but it's probably bad. Please don't go as anything related to the Will Smith Oscar slap. Care to elaborate? And she just says, especially if you're a white person. Didn't really elaborate on that. Just don't do it. And I repeat, do not go as Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. That one just has nothing. No elaboration. She just says don't do it. So we're not. Don't go as anything related to Roe v. Wade or abortion. Let's click the... Oh, my God. That is horrendous. No Handmaid's Tale costume, she says, because it's real life, according to this 26-year-old Buzzfeed writer. Stay away from politicians like Ted Cruz and Mitch McConnell, even if you're making fun of them. Again, doesn't elaborate on that, just says you can't do it. And no Donald Trump, because he's Hitler. Or Putin, either. Oh my gosh, that one too. Absolutely not. Stay away from police, to be honest, okay? And definitely stay away from SWAT team. I like that costume. That is a good one. Don't go as anything with the word slave in the name. This includes off-brand I Dream of Jeannie costumes. Okay. Don't go as any kind of sexualized children's costume like a sexy minion. Okay, I kind of agree with that, actually. It's finally. And finally, can retire the sexy girl outfit, like, please. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is the only good thing about Halloween. Really, aside from getting to know your neighbors a little bit, sure. No, sexy girl costume is what we live for. Just let us have something. Fine, I won't dress as a Mexican carrying a tequila bottle, but we're keeping the sexy girl costumes. Okay, Hannah Martyr. I hope you had a great Halloween. Listen, Halloween's supposed to be scary. Okay, it's not dress up as your favorite character. These are rules that I'm laying down. So next Halloween, Dracula, Mummy. What other ones did I say? Zombie. Something like that in that realm. Frankenstein, Wolfman. Did I say that one already? I think I did. Those are what you should do. That way you just kind of avoid this whole thing. Listen, I like humor. I don't really like a good pun, but sometimes you can turn these outfits into jokes and they're never that funny. It's never funny enough to do it. Just stick to the basics of Halloween. Ghost, sheet over the head with the eyes cut out. Perfect. That's awesome. And so easy. If you're going as a group costume, this is another thing I saw that drove me nuts. Maybe I'm being picky here. Leave your comments below and tell me if I'm insane. If you're going as a group thing, like if you're Scooby-Doo, the Scooby-Doo crew, you got to have all the characters. If you're Winnie the Pooh, you got to have all the characters. You got to be a crew, a posse. That's cool. But if you're just like, hey, I'm Fred from Scooby-Doo, and you just got nobody else, I don't know. I mean, it just takes away some of the luster from it, don't you think? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. And listen, if you do want to do one of these characters, if you do want to do your favorite celebrity, you want to be the queen, be zombie queen, be scary queen, Queen Elizabeth II as a zombie. If you want to be Jimi Hendrix and you're white, that's an issue, obviously. But if you're dressed up as zombie Jimi Hendrix and you don't have blackface on, no black paint on your face, but you have, the zombie outfit, get a Freddy Krueger mask, get the afro wig, and carry around a guitar, wear bell bottoms, boom, problem solved. That way you get to be Jimi Hendrix, and it doesn't matter what race or creed you are because it's a dead zombie. It's so easy, folks. It's so easy. You're welcome. I hope you had a good Halloween. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I guess it's time we officially say that. And leave your comments below. Subscribe to the podcast. And Johnny B's show will be back tomorrow, Wednesday, 10 to midnight on November 2nd, 2022. If you're listening to this in the future, I'm probably dead. So it's been great. And I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.